From flooding in downtown Charleston to Stoney Field to short-term rentals, I speak exclusively with City of Charleston Councilman and Mayor Pro-Tem James Lewis for a special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores. Councilman Lewis, it's so good to see you again.
Quintin, it's good to see you all the time, brother. You hard-working young man.
Well, thank you greatly. I appreciate it. Yeah, you talk about working hard. I forgot to bring my blazer today. But, you know, we do have some important news to talk about. But I know a couple of months ago you wanted to talk to me about your new position as the Charleston Mayor Pro Tem. What has that been like for you?
That's been a lot of work. It seemed like every week or every 2 weeks I had some sort of meeting to go to for the mayor. I've been put on committees with RFPs for certain things. So I've been busy. I've been putting at least 20, 30 hours a week in extra doing things that I ordinarily wouldn't have to do.
Yeah. And what is it like for you to still be on city council after 20 years?
It's great. We got a good city council. I think we are tackling a lot of issues that we hadn't tackled in a year. For instance, we were really working on the issues of flooding. Me and Councilman Waring and Councilman Gregory and Councilman Moody just met with capital project people and our people to deal with all the flooding, Laura Cabinets, and our office on this week. And they're coming up with some good plans to address the flooding problems, especially the Hugh G. King Street drainage system, which has been a problem for years. And when I agreed to support them on the low line, that's one of the agreements I made. I would support doing this low line, that we would get rid of this flooding problem on Hugh G. and King. Because not only Hugh G. and King, people that don't know the peninsula, when they come in the city to trying to get to the hospitals or something, if you come down King Street, you can't get there from Hugh G. Or either if you come off the September Clock Crossway because it's flooded, and you come up Ashley Avenue, you can't go up Ashley. You come down Sumter to go to North Charleston, you can't go north. You turn around and trying to go south. When you get the line in King now, it floods because the DOT created a problem there when they fixed the drainage coming off I-26. So we have some serious problems to deal with for flooding in the city.
Where is your confidence in the Department of Transportation right now?
They're one of the hardest group of people to deal with. A lot of the issues we deal with, if DOT would work with us, we could solve a lot of problems. As you know, 80 to 90% of the streets in the city is owned by South Carolina Department of Transportation. It's just that we maintain a lot of it, but it's owned by DOT.
And you talk about a lot of issues. Let me get you to right in your backyard, Stoney Field. Evidently, Michael Miller spoke with Channel 4 recently, and he told reporter Bill Bird that the school district has set aside $1 to $2 million to help pay for improvements to Stoney Field. The city owns the facility while the school system has a financial stake. And from a city spokesperson who told ABC News 4 that an official announcement is coming soon about the renovations of Stoney Field, which could come as soon as September. Where are we with the future of Stoney Field in your mind?
Stoney Field has been a thorn on our side from the time I've been on city council. There never was money really appropriated to do Stoney Field and to do it right. But I know with this administration, we have been working on something.
Okay.
I think it's in last year's budget. We set aside about $1 million to help do Stoney Field, and I think we're going to set aside some money in the 2018, 2019 budget. So we'll see. So if there's other information out there that hadn't come forth to city council yet, because the administrators are the board members of Charleston County School District have never spoken to none of the council members from city council, to my knowledge.
How frustrating is that for you and your council members?
Well, it's frustrating because you just said something that we don't know, and if we would talk to each other, then we would know. But if they're planning to do something and they don't talk with us, then we don't know what they're going to do. But we've been trying to get them to work with us to get Stoney Field renovated for the past 20-something years.
If you could meet with them one-on-one, what would you tell them right now about the Stoney Field that you know?
Well, I'll tell them we need to get Stoney Field fixed. They're appropriating money for major ball fields throughout Charleston County. It seems like when it comes to the black community, where the kids at Stoney Field play on, they can't find money to give to help renovate Stoney Field. Although the city owns Stoney Field, the school district uses it more than the city does.
Let me turn you to some other developing news, and this is a headline from Channel 4. It reads this: Committee okays ban on bump stocks on guns. This particular issue heads to Charleston City Council. And obviously this is coming from an August 9th meeting in which the Charleston Public Safety Committee approved the draft ordinance banning bump stocks and other gun accessories. The ordinance will now head to the full City Council for a vote. Where are you with this discussion?
Well, I voted for it. I'm the co-chairman of the Public Safety Committee. Whether this is going to help or not, we will see. Whether the state legislature will let us put that type of ordinance in place, because you know we are regulated by state statute
Right.
on certain things that we do. So we'll send it to City Council, and most likely they'll vote on it. We'll send a copy of the draft ordinance to the state legislature and the governor, and we're also going to send a resolution to the state legislature and governors, ask them to support this.
Let me turn to short-term rentals. According to LifeByNews.com, enforcement began Friday for the Charleston's new short-term rental rules. Back in April, according to Channel 5, Charleston City Council approved new short-term rental rules designed to cut out and cut down on the number of illegal rentals in the city. Starting Friday, those rules will be enforced. Under the ordinance, property owners who want to rent out their homes will have to get a permit from the city and list the permit when advertising a rental. Where should this discussion about short-term rentals go next in your mind?
Well, I'm one out of two people that voted against short-term rentals. I just don't think short-term rentals is the thing to have legally or illegal in the city of Charleston, because we're having a problem now finding places for working people to work. The College of Charleston has grown so much that the developers now are buying houses, have been buying houses to rent to college students. Now, short-term rentals will be such a big market. If they legalize it, more people are going to be buying property just to make money off of short-term rental. But it won't benefit the people who need it, families and working people who work in this industry. We have nothing but hotels, motels, restaurants in the city of Charleston, service industry, and some people just can't afford to live in Charleston. So this short-term rental would really be another form of keeping people from living downtown.
Well, where is the public poll on short-term rentals in your mind?
I don't know if there's a public poll. Certainly there's rental industries throughout this country is looking at Charleston. They're supporting short-term rental because it's a big business.
And let me get back to you again. Obviously, you've been on the Charleston City Council for over 20 years, and now you're Charleston's Mayor Pro-tem. What's next on the City Council's agenda in your mind?
Well, I think again, like I said, if we could get this issue of flooding solved. As you know, we just break ground on the first 62 units of low to moderate housing for low to moderate working people on the old Cooper River Bridge site. The plan, hopefully, within the next few years, at least have 150 to 200 units on that site, so it could help again some of the people who would love to live in the city. So we could solve the housing problem, we could solve the problem of trying to provide housing for working people. Those will be the two top issues. We've just hired a new police chief and a new fire chief, which I think is going to be good for the city. I think the city will be moving forward in the right direction.
And you talk about moving forward in the right direction. I know that Mitch was telling me that you, along with Keith Waring and a couple of people, Gregory, Henry Fishburne, you all were there for the big announcement about the new International African American Museum, which has met this fundraising goal. Where are you emotional?
Well, that's a great plus. Former Mayor Raleigh, he's pushed for it. And you know, a lot of time people in the political arena, when they're in office, they push for things. And once they get out of office, they leave it to the elected officials, the board of directors, but the mayor, Raleigh, has stuck in there and worked hard with the board of directors to make sure that they raise the money, and the monies are raised. I'm just happy because it's not going to only benefit Charleston, but it's going to benefit this entire region. Once they start telling the story, people from all over this country, I feel, will be coming to visit this museum.
And I forgot to ask you this, but it's been, I believe, a month now since the incident happened between a Palmetto Rose business person and a police officer. What's next for that in your mind?
Well, we just have to work with the young people. I've spoken to a lot of black business owners, black entrepreneurs. We need to get a group just to come in at times when these kids have the classes and talk to them. I think the city needs to open this program up to kids like it were when they first started. I don't know if you know Miss Dorothy Williams used to be the editor of the Post and Courier,
Right.
but she called me, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, and she said they're going to run those kids off of King Street. There's some good kids. So I went to Mayor Raleigh, and he got Jimmy Bailey to come up with this program to help these young people. So now it's up to us to make sure that the program continue to go. We just don't box all these kids into one little corner on Market Street or something, but we let them be in the market and around King Street, and it's not the kids that's creating the problem. If you look, there's a lot of adults downtown, and I've seen them selling Palmetto roses, and they're the one being mean-spirited to the visitors. It's not these young kids who are in the program trying to help themselves so they can help their parents not having to pay for school supplies and stuff like that. So we just going to have to make sure that we work more closely with these kids, and we're going to do that.
What have you, as a council member and Mayor Pro Tem, learned about the Palmetto Artisans Program and about the kids selling roses in per se?
Well, I learned it's a big business, but it was a business designed to help the young kids and keep them off the street. But again, it's being taken disadvantage of the young children because you have young adults, a bunch of them, that's down there selling these roses. And we just need to get the word out and that a point across to the businesses who is complaining, and work with the police department and our tourism industry to weed out the bad apples.
Well, Mayor Pro Tem and Councilman James Lewis, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate this.
Well, Quintin, we thank you for the hard work that you do, because you make sure that you keep Charleston in the spotlight. He does a wonderful job, and I hope God will bless you to continue to do what you're doing at no price, but getting the word out.
Oh, yes, sir. I'll be here through the grace of God.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.